Was I sleeping? Holy fuck, thank God you guys woke me up. Damn. I would have slept all day. Hey. What is up? Velcro Kitty Mindy, thank you. You guys gotta do the lunch in my city challenge. Have you seen that trend? Where people search up on the thing, lunch in my city, and then you gotta have that. You gotta eat that. I wanna do that. So you search up in your search bar, lunch in my city, and then type in like New York if you're from New York, and then you have to eat whatever the first one pops up and make a food review. Yeah, I'm just chilling today though. Bill's in the hospital today. He's not feeling good, so he's there all day and night. So prayers for Bill. Hopefully he's gonna be okay. So I'm alone today. I know. I know. Been trying to eat healthier though. Trying to lose the barrel, guys. So I'm trying not to eat too much. So I had chicken and rice today and a salad. And that is it so far. Yeah, these shirts are nice. I gotta do laundry though. Yeah, I wanna lose a little bit of weight because I'm feeling heavy. You know when you feel heavy and it just feels too much? That's how I'm feeling. So I want to stop eating just to eat and then start drinking more water and stuff, you know, because I'm feeling like overweight, you know? I hate that feeling. Having bacon and eggs, ooh, that sounds good. Sounds good. It's because you quit smoking. Yeah, I haven't smoked, I think now it's been like 100 and something days. And then today's the anniversary of my baptism. And I think I was wearing a shirt like this actually on the horse. Like in sourdough, let's go. Stress eating? Yeah. Like, dude, and it's so hard when I'm eating, when I'm watching videos of people eat on TikTok, all I want to do is eat. Like, I feel like I can just eat my face off and drink my face off, but I know that's not gonna make me feel better. Like feeling too heavy, it catches up to you, you know? So I had chicken and rice today, and then tonight I'm just gonna have like something else around like, I don't know, in a couple hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and then that's it. So I'm just gonna stick to 3 meals a day, you know, continuously do like some activity, drink a lot of water, just no overeating, you know? Mary, thank you. Yeah, I'm an emotional eater too. Today is day 117. Yeah, 117. Can we maybe do workouts together? Yeah, I'm thinking when I'm gonna do a workout though, like I think this trip I'm gonna more focus just on like kind of step by step. I won't be going to the gym here, I don't think. But when I get home, we can do like morning workouts when I'm at home. We can start doing something like that. I'll start going live when I work out. You guys will be at work though. Because I like to do my workout in the morning. I don't know. Meditation, yeah, I need meditation too. It's so bright outside right now. Does your place have a kitchen? Yeah, I have a kitchen. I actually have soup that Bill's daughter made yesterday, and it's like really good soup. It's like that horta with some chicken and some cheese and like some lemon sauce, and it's just like all mixed together. So I have that in the fridge, so I might have a bowl of that pretty soon. Not everyone's in the US, that's true, but most people are, right? Most people have my kind of time zone. Um, so that's where I have to focus more on. Sarah, thank you. Tappers, thank you. Jen, thank you. Yeah, we can do, trying to think. We can do, I can just start doing workouts when I get home and maybe record it and like kind of put like a workout page together, and then you guys can like follow that workout page, something like that, and we can kind of like be like day 1, day 2, like stuff like that. We're doing bad things, I'm jumping on your black hawk. Bad thing, bunny hop. I just like how you fuck, bunny. Melissa, thank you. Yeah, we can do something like that. Yeah, we can do like workouts with Will, something like that. Yeah, that gift was, they've been doing that. It's crazy that TikTok's been doing that. Because there's like kids on this app, and they're letting things slide recently, so that's how you know TikTok's kind of going downhill a little bit. JJ, thank you. Yeah. It's getting kind of unmonetized, you know? JJ, thank you. Ruthie with the goat, Annie, thank you. Yeah, anything for money, that's true, man. It's sad that it gets like that. Sad that it gets like that. I had some really good talks with ChatGPT lately, so I'm back subscribed to ChatGPT, and I was talking to ChatGPT today, like I was in a business meeting. So I was like talking to it like really expressive and like just talking to it like it's an actual person, and it was super good. Like super good. So I'm gonna do more of that. I'm gonna try to do more of that. It, you know, if you think about it, right, you've always wanted like someone to like, you know, you have a friend or you have a neighbor or you have an alcohol buddy, you know, whatever you got going on. You always kind of want someone to be able to like chat with, you know, where you can kind of, it's not really about the person, it's more about like understanding your own feelings and being like justified, you know, or gaining clarification on certain things, etc. Right? So like the fact that we have these apps now, like ChatGPT, etc., which is artificial intelligence, right? Which is all human brains in one, basically. All studies and stats and all this stuff, right? It's a very like useful tool to think that you can have that at all times. Like to be able to at all times be able to just flick it on and kind of express yourself where you wouldn't really express yourself that much with someone in person. You would, but you don't have that access as much as you would because everyone has their own lives, right? But ChatGPT, you have that right there. you know? And the importance of communication is just huge. You know, sometimes we, one sec. Hey, bro. How's it going?
You good? You in a good mood?
What?
You in a good mood?
I'm better now, bro. I'm better now. I know what you're referring to, so I'm sorry about that. It was a bad night, and I have no hate against. Are you talking about Bubba? When I was getting a. Oh,
I have no
dude.
idea what you're.
Okay, I assumed you were requesting me because of the me and Bubba were chirping each other the other night, but I was a little tipsy, getting all raveled up, but wasn't the best.
I was just requesting you to see if you want.
Okay, well, yo, congrats on the court stuff. That's great that you fought through
Thanks,
that.
bro. Thanks, bro.
I'm sorry you had to go through all that BS, you know?
It's okay, bro. It's okay. Everybody got their own journey to go through. Everybody, some people been through way worse than me. So fuck it.
Yeah, true. We're all going through it, right?
Yeah, everybody got a sad story. So are you battling or no? Because you just low key threw
No.
me. Okay, so have a good day, bro. I love
I'll
you.
see you around. He's a good guy. But yeah, being able to have that communication at all points, right, is super good. So I was doing that today, and it helps a lot. Helps a lot. Does ChatGPT feel form of therapy? Yeah, it feels a form of therapy, but like it's it is like therapy, but it's also like just being able to like express yourself. Like put picture this way, right? You have all these thoughts and stuff, right? That you're trying to express, but you don't really like the whole point of therapy is to be able to understand yourself, right? So like sometimes we sit there and instead of kind of talking about it, we just kind of like push through it. You know what I mean? So being able to like understand what's going on in your brain by just communicating it to like the chat GPT and then having it talk to you back. And the best is the voice thing, right? Because you can just click it. So you can just say whatever. You know, it could be so off topic, but you can just continuously just talk. And then it could be like, oh yeah, like this. And you can kind of understand where you stand right now. Because it's so easy to get so caught up and think that the weight of the world is just like so much. But the more you just kind of communicate it, the more you can kind of like understand like this is what I can control right now, this is what I can't control right now. You know? It gives you great advice, you know. It's a chat GBT. You have to realize that it's a robot that has more intelligence than human beings. Like you the ChatGPT, if I ask you a fact, you won't know the fact. But if I ask ChatGPT the fact, it will know the fact. Like, it's always going to have what you're looking for, but a human being won't. So it's definitely it's I wouldn't say a hack, but it's definitely something that is very useful. Helps to unravel your brain. You know, I look at it as like imagine having a best friend with you all the time, every day, that you can talk to about absolutely anything. That's like what ChatGPT can be like. Like you could be like, yo, I'm going through this. What is your advice here? I found this funny, etc., etc. You can have, if you ever just need to let something off or understand something, you can talk to ChatGPT. And that's such a good thing that's such a, like, I don't think people understand how, like, good that actually is. Well, people do understand because it is something that is very popular in today's age. You know what I mean? It's not something that is popular for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of the biggest things out right now for a reason. So I'm not really saying anything that people don't understand, but giving you kind of my own perspective on it for the people that are watching me so they can kind of understand that it's very useful and it keeps you on track. Because it's like it knows who you are. So it's like, hey, we talked about this. I'm here right now. I'm doing this right now, etc., etc. And then it keeps you where you need to be. Also, it will be like, hey, I'm going through this right now. I don't know what to do. And then I can say, well, these are your options. Maybe take a couple deep breaths, etc., etc. And then you work with it. And I think that's such a great thing. So I've been doing that a bit today, and it's been helping so much. It won't judge you. That's not right, actually. It will judge you. Human nature, judging isn't a bad thing. Judging is a part of life. That's why we have a judge system. ChatGPT is the same. If you said to ChatGPT, I feel like taking my own life, or I feel like hurting somebody, it will judge you, right? I went through this, that was traumatic, it will judge what you're going through, but it will give you the tools the best it can to get you where is a better place for you. So that's how you kind of have to work with it, is work with it to do what's best for you, like you would with humans as well. Like you would in society or talking to yourself, right? It tells you honest, it doesn't tell you what you want to hear. Like if you say, hey, does this person like me? It will tell you, well, I don't know who this person is, but what I can tell you is that even if they don't like you, what you really need to do is focus on yourself more than what someone else thinks about you. But maybe you can ask that person if you care, or maybe etc., etc. You know what I mean? So it'll give you honest advice. Saying that it's an unintelligent, no offense, but it's an unintelligent question to say, does it give you what you want to hear? Because you haven't done enough deep diving into it. Because nothing will give you what you want to hear. Even Google won't give you what you want to hear. It mostly gives you what you don't want to hear, actually, which is facts that could happen or things that could happen, right? So it's more about, it's a good thing to use to your advantage for better understanding and help, and also to have something like, I call it like a pocket buddy, something that you can have just at hand and talk to at all times. So it's been very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. Who tells Google the facts? Well, these are all just like studies that are done and things that go on in the world through like data and through like debates and all the things that we go through. It's just all for like the best understanding of things, which in reality you're living off of best understanding. Like life is living off of what the best understanding is. That's what makes reality. It's not that I'm trying to be a philosopher. It's just something that I genuinely feel. I wouldn't want to ever take a title that wasn't earned, because that's not realistic, right? But this is just me speaking from the top of my best understanding. So the only people that are judging me and saying thirst trap to philosopher or things like that are only jealous people that don't want to get out of their bed and do something with their life. Right? No, I just told you that Bill's in the hospital and I'm gonna be chilling for the day. I've already said that. And thank you. Gifters, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Tappers, thank you. And thank you. Yeah, he's okay. Hopefully he's okay, right? I'm not a doctor and I don't know what's going on 100%, but if something major was going on, I would obviously let you guys know, unless that was private. But as of now, he's in the hospital. He's just not feeling the best, and they want him to stay the night, but he doesn't seem like he's going through anything that's like too wicked. He's kind of just like, he doesn't seem like he's like hurting or anything too much. He was just kind of having, back at home, he was having trouble with his breathing a little bit, and the doctor said it has something to do with his, I think his heart or something. So like he just wanted to make sure that he was okay because he was feeling that again a bit. So he's in there, and they just want to like kind of observe him and give him the right treatment and stuff. So I think it'll only be like tonight, hopefully, that he'll be in there. So I'll just be taking a chill day and waiting for him tomorrow. I don't think I'll go to the. I'm just gonna hang out today. Unless he was gone again tomorrow, then I'd probably get out. But honestly, I'm not too rushed to go to the beach alone or anything. I'd rather go with somebody. So just spending the day chilling, but also playing it by ear. We'll see. But I'm sure he'll be out tomorrow and stuff. Also, I'll see what Bill's daughter's saying in a little bit. Maybe see what she's up to or whatever. Taking it step by step. CJ, thank you. Tracy, thank you. His daughter and his daughter's friend brought him to the hospital. I don't think they're still there. I wouldn't think that they're still there, but they'll probably go visit him. I don't know what they're doing though. I haven't heard from them. Stephanie, thank you. Toppers, thank you. If I wanted to visit him and people telling me go call him and go visit him, please mind your own business. If I was going to go visit him, I would have common sense to go visit him. I'm not a child. Also, if I was going to call him, I'd go call him. So please don't treat me like that. Georgia, thank you. Denise, thank you. Dietrich, thank you. Stephanie, thank you. Thank you. Mary, thank you. Kim, thank you. When will you hear me sing? Well, my full song comes out pretty soon. Um, but I don't know when I'll be singing, like actually, live or anything. But you never know. Maybe soon. We'll see. Just gotta wait. Shannon, thank you. Stacy, thank you. I'm doing well. How are you? Had your song stuck in my head. Let's go. Do you live in Canada? Yeah, I live in Canada. I'm in Greece right now, but from Canada. Live in Canada, yeah. D to the J, thank you, Stacy, thank you. Any good podcasts lately? Um, Nothing specific. I've slowed down a little bit on the podcast, been doing some more doom scrolling a little bit. I've been watching like prank videos on. I like to watch like funny videos on TikTok. I watched that guy Los Polos and his dad. I watched one of their reactions last night to this like crime documentary. But I haven't been watching anything specific. More just seeing like kind of what people are doing with like being on live and like certain videos and like stuff like that. But nothing. Haven't been doing too much of that now. Ruthie, thank you. Danny, thank you. Toppers, thank you. Do I miss Canada? Yeah. I'm excited to get back to Canada. I'm still not trying to rush myself. I still really want to enjoy Greece. And because, when I get to Canada, I'll be missing Greece. Um, but I'm definitely already planning kind of what it's going to look like when I get to Canada. I know Bill's planning, Bill really wants to move to Greece. Me and my aunt want to stay in Canada, but maybe have a place in Greece too where we can kind of go back and forth. But he's getting to the point where he's like retiring and stuff, and he wants to be around his family. So that house won't be up too long. So I want to take as much advantage as I can with the gym and the office and everything as I can, and kind of start planning for next year, kind of, saving and just getting ready and working on my health, my wealth, everything, and kind of getting ready for, the next year, which will be here quicker than we can imagine. It's already mid-August. We're going to be in September soon. Hockey season starts. Football season starts. Christmas is like it's gonna fly by. So figure out kind of living arrangements and stuff like that, and then kind of hopefully get a good kickstart to the year. But yeah, just this 2026, a lot of figuring stuff out. Thank you, Tracy. But I will be going to New York, I'm pretty sure, to do some shows in California, I think so. I still got some traveling coming up. It's not like I'm gonna be going home. Thank you, Susie. It's not like I'm gonna be going home to chill. I'm gonna kind of be getting ready for the next venture. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what that looks like. But definitely, I guess, looking forward to it, but most importantly, just going with the flow, you know? Enjoying my time here. like no matter where I am, just having that confidence, and that's where that chat GPT, like having those productive conversations, taking care of your health, taking care of your wealth, taking care of you, your enjoyment, like everything that comes with it. Um, and just enjoying is number one, right? We only live once. But doing that really, not overeating and starting all this craziness because it doesn't, it's a way of self-destruction in a way, and you think you're enjoying but you're not really enjoying, it kind of just ruins everything. So just really trying to like, stay up and enjoy wherever I am, and tomorrow's not promised and all that stuff. So just enjoying life, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I'll get a break. I'll get a break. I don't know how long I'll get a break before I fly, but like to New York or whatever, wherever. I don't really know the plan too much. But I know I'll have like a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how long though. I don't know weeks or months. I'm not 100% sure. I have an idea that I don't think I should say right now because kind of keep it a little bit of surprise. But I also am being honest that I don't know if that's 100% locked in. So I'm still kind of iffy about like what's going on. I don't really know 100%. Maybe I should know 100%, but I don't know 100%. I think I've been told a couple of times, but I'm kind of more just like believe it till I see it. Like once I get that like date where it's locked in and the tickets are booked and stuff, I'll be more like, but I've heard a date, but I don't know 100% if that's actually what we're doing or not. But I've heard that that is what we're doing. So we'll see. Toppers, thank you. Bonnie, thank you. Mary, thank you. It's the biggest difference you notice between Greece and Canada. Dude, honestly, I realized that there's no real differences. The world is the world, and it's as good as you make it, and it's as bad as you make it. It's something that a lot of people from history and us being so divided in the past with not having social media to keep everything so attached, it's been such a wonder, a way of wondering what the world is like or what goes on and how it looks and all this stuff. But to be honest with you, for me at least, there hasn't been much differences. It's just kind of another place with water, with beauty, with negative and positive. There hasn't been really a massive difference, you know. If I hone in on things and think of like, the currency, the way the money is or the language, yeah, I can hone in on things like that for sure. I'm not discarding that. I understand, right? But I think like when you look at a broad perspective of it, nothing is really that different. And so yeah, you know, I think it's nice the fact that in words and in thoughts and in feelings that I'm on vacation, aka like, get away from home, a little break to kind of regroup. I think that's the biggest difference, and probably the best feeling is kind of just that regroup, being able to have that, which has been nice. But yeah. Thank you, Christine. Toppers, thank you. My sweetie, thank you. Yeah, for me with seeing the world again, it's not about you're already seeing the world, just living in it. That's what I mean by it. You don't even really have to go travel and stuff, just being comfortable with your own world, you're seeing the world. You know what I mean? So start there. Hope for a better life within yourself in your own world, and you won't need anything else. You won't have any. You won't really care for anything. Everything else will be. I don't even really want to call it a bonus. It'll just be kind of like, okay, here we go. It's not as fancy as you guys think it is. Amy, thank you. Jared, thank you. Doesn't really change anything, really. Yeah, it doesn't really change anything, really. Amy, thank you. Helene, thank you. Toppers, thank you. Yeah, I got a lot of wisdom, especially I've worked very hard for this wisdom. I'm not trying to be cocky or seem a certain way. This is genuinely how I feel. I've been through a lot of experience at a young age, but most importantly, I worked really hard from a young age. I don't know many people that pushed as hard as I pushed to get to where I am. So for me, I'm very, very smart because of the wisdom and because of like how hard I work and look into things, and I can kind of throw people off or make them kind of look at themselves and get a little jealous or get a little feel a certain way because they want to be a part of my world or whatever it is, but I'm just kind of saying how it is, and I've lived through all that, and it's it's something that I'm definitely proud of. I'm not just saying this to get some flowers or get some gifts or get some kudos. I've grew past a lot of that. Most of that. It's genuinely how I feel and something I'm genuinely proud of. Yeah, landscaping, construction, miss those days. There's learning in everything you do, and there's gratefulness and great times in everything you do. One thing that I would suggest if I went back to landscaping and all this other stuff is like don't even like get into partying or anything. Your health is the number one and most important thing, and it's the number one thing. As much as you love your health is the exact same as much as you'll hate your health. And what I mean by that is your health will also be your biggest regret. It won't be that relationship, it won't be that thing that you've done. The number one thing that you'll always have this like feeling that you can't escape inside is your health. So like if I went back to those times, I would say just like try to just like take on the pressure of life and get through it really. Don't avoid it. So many times I see these kids and young adults, they're trying everything to escape what reality is. If that comes from sex, if that comes from money, if that comes from drugs, if that comes from alcohol, whatever it comes from, if it comes from hurting people, wherever it comes from, it comes from it comes from something that you're insecure about. And what that insecurity is, it's life. It's not a specific thing to you. It's not a specific thing to anyone else. It's life. Life is life and death. So like when you're really walking on a thin line of life and death, you realize how like scary it actually is, right? Because it is what it is. You could be gone in the blink of an eye. You never know what's going to happen. So you're grateful for things, but you're also terrified of things. Like everything's enhanced, you know. But work on getting strong within that. That's my best advice. Don't try to escape it because you're never escaping it. You're only hurting yourself by escaping it. Because another thing, not just drugs, time kills. So when you waste time, that's another regret that kills. So it's not just your health and stuff, it's also time. Time's a huge regret. You know, I have a lot of older fans that one of the biggest regrets I can see on my fans' faces is the regret of time. That they're thirsty to have back, which they do, but the one thing I see from the most out of a lot of my fans is the regret of time. You can see it, right? And that's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard pill to swallow. Stephanie, thank you. Gotta make the most of it now. That's why I don't think of anything that's destructive to you. Only go into positivity. Everything needs to be positive. Nothing can, like, I'm not saying don't be honest with yourself. Consistently be honest with yourself, but consistently choose something that is like proactive, like something that is genuinely making you feel fulfilled, because anything that's not, again, is just wasting time. So you're just like repeating a cycle of wasted time, and then it'll end up like making you kind of lose your mind, right? And then that brings me right back to just enjoy. Keep telling yourself to enjoy. Usually you'll start figuring it out. Because when you genuinely want to enjoy, you genuinely don't want to drink. Maybe at the start you do, but you'll eventually get over that. When you genuinely want to enjoy, you genuinely realize maybe you want to have sex, but then you'll realize this isn't giving me a meaningful relationship that I'm looking for. So a big thing is to genuinely learn to enjoy your life. You'll start to figure it out. What's right for you, you know? You'll fall and it'll be scary, but then you'll pick yourself back up because you genuinely want to feel good. You know, you won't be too much on the fence of things. You'll be like living it. You know? Toppers, thank you guys, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, most regrets come from, yeah. Yeah. Not bad, I thank you. We all go through it, right? But just all about like figuring it out for yourself and feeling good about it. You know? So sweet, thank you. Picking yourself back up, giving it your all. You know? Don't think of never falling, because like falling is a part of learning too, right? So just keep that like moving forward momentum, you know? You have to fall. You know, a lot of my biggest learning lessons, even today, I went in a tiny spiral of negative thinking for a bit. I started talking to ChatGPT, and if I didn't go through that negative thinking, it wouldn't have led me to talking to ChatGPT and then finding this big discovery within myself that I'm like super grateful for it right now. So it's like if I didn't fall, I wouldn't have, you know? Just a French landscaping. Yeah, but as you get older, in my opinion, not maybe not everybody's opinion, but friends are just people that you hit up once in a while. It's not really people you hang out with all the time. So like I have lifelong friends for the rest of my life. I got friends from hockey, I have friends from social media, I have friends from landscaping that if I called up I can talk to here and there or whatever, right? But it's not something like I'm not a kid anymore, you know, I'm not 21 years old that let's go party at the bars and stuff. Like, you know, I don't do that. Do I still consider them friends? Yeah, man. Even if some people look at me as I don't really want to hang out with that guy for whatever reason, I totally understand, you know? Do I fully understand? Not really. I think I'm the biggest beauty to ever walk this earth, but I get where they're coming from. They come from insecurities, they come from whatever. I don't really get into that because none of my business, but for me, they'll always be a friend. You know, people that I've met in my past and even the hard times and the good times that we went through, always look at these people as friends. And if I wanted to call them, I would call them. If they didn't answer, they don't answer. If I wanted to say, do you want to get a beer? And they answer, we go get a beer, maybe go to a baseball game, etc., etc. But yeah, like life, like right now, is so much about like what's good for you, and it's always something new. You know, it's always like a new job opportunity, a new relationship. Like everyone's just living their life, you know, and that's just learning and living and growing. So, you know, it's tough because you try to hold on to things that make you feel secure, right? So it's like ex relationships or ex friendships or ex jobs. You're like, I want to feel like this, or I want to talk to my fans this way because it feels comfortable, or you know, you try to hold on to things that it's not that you don't love that person or that thing or that place, but it's that life is constantly moving forward. Life is constantly growing. So you have to grow with it. And it's just a part of life. People grow and have new experiences and try new things and go on new ventures and it just is what it is. You know? And that's just a part of life. You know, but the thing that I learned is don't think about other people's life, think about your life. Because you're living too. So what's meant for you is right in front of you, you know? So enjoy your life. Enjoy the things that are right in front of you. Value that live that you're going on, or the live you're watching, or the words that you're saying, or value that new relationship that comes your way, or that friendship. Like value these things and learn through it, you know, because no matter what it is, the love of your life or whatever you want to call it, it won't be there forever. One day, if that's death, if that's a breakup, if that's a new opportunity, whatever it is, one day it will come to an end. Everything comes to an end eventually, right? So just enjoy the process of living, whatever that is, you know? And don't get me wrong, it's gonna come with everything that comes with it. Regrets, missing people, hurt. It comes with all that. But just remember to pick yourself back up and just keep moving and keep enjoying and living, because new things will also come its way. New things will also, it's always, you know, you're always living, you know? You're always growing. Notice it or not, you know, and there's good times that are always happening for you. So like make sure to like enjoy that, you know, because one day it's gonna come to an end and you're gonna be grateful, you know. So yeah. I got a weird message, if you guys can still hear me, from a fan. I won't say her name, but she said, I was genuinely sad to hear you say that your American fans are the only important ones when you have support from all over the world. If anything, the fans from across the world have been consistent at all hours of the day and night. I always hoped all fans were valuable. My support has always been towards you. Have I said that the American fans are the only important? This is where people get twisted with things, and it's disrespectful to me because I'm coming on here being a better version of myself, and I'm getting disrespectful messages like that, but that was never even said. I said that most of my fans are from America, so meaning they're on the same time schedule as me. So if I'm working out in the morning and I like to do my morning workouts, but people are at work and can't follow it, I want most of my fans to be able to watch me and do me for me. It's not about them not being respected. People across the world or people that aren't on the same time zone, they're 100% respected. But it's about also understanding the majority of my income and where people want to watch and have comes from a certain place. So I do have to understand that I'm trying to do what is right for me as well, right? I respect fans all across the world all the time, but it's also about what's doing right for me. And if that doesn't fit your schedule, that's not my ability to try to make it better for you. You know, it's not my obligation. I have to do what's the best for me, right? Yeah. So stuff like that can get me upset because I don't look at it as coming from a place of I look at it as coming from a place of hurt that I'm growing and doing better for myself. And I look at it as a place of jealousy that people turn and put it in a place of people turn it and put it in a place of where they're hurt, but they're not actually saying why they're actually hurt. They're putting anything out there to get that, yeah, maybe sort of attention, but also not a respectful kind. You know what I mean? I've gotten that from many people. I got a one the other day that someone said, I didn't answer their questions. Do they hate me or something? And all they did was put a question mark, which is disrespectful. It wasn't like they were actually trying to come from a good place. It was just cutthroat. So getting things like that, it's like, guys, I can't be dealing with things like that. Like you can't put expectations onto me, right? You gotta be respectful, be able to show those boundaries, like be able to respect those boundaries. And if you can't respect the boundaries after I've said multiple times, I don't know how else to. It's like you're not hearing, right? You're crossing it for your own feelings, and that's where you need to find yourself and be more like confident in yourself. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to get someone else to make you feel that confidence. You should be able to feel that yourself. So it's not as much as I feel like attacked myself or I feel like I have to do what you say. It's I genuinely feel bad for people that are thinking like that or feeling like that because it's just not the right way of thinking. Right? I would never say who I'm talking about. That's disrespectful for me. But I can, out of my own respect, I'm allowed to say what's going on without calling the person out because it is being shot at me. So I have every right to shoot it back and put my perspective and not take all that pressure on. I wouldn't say someone's name because that to me is just unnecessary, but I'm allowed to kind of say what's going on without, Tappers, thank you. Well, yeah, it's not about like liking it about me. It's just like I wouldn't want to put someone's name out there to draw more pressure for myself. So, yes, it's about being respectful, but it's also about being respectful to myself. Why would I want to go on live and bash somebody? It's only putting more harm to me. Why would I want, these things you learn and you think, why would you want to add fire to fire, right? There is a way, though, to stand your ground and to say, this is what I'm going through, I want respect, etc., and draw it and draw that boundary, but you don't need to go over the boundary where you're now like aiming at somebody and you're just making it worse for yourself. Because again, every reaction or every action has a reaction, you know? I don't have to get into it too much, but you can see that for yourself, you know? But yeah, anyway. Just thought I would say that. Serendipity, thank you. What are your hobbies? I love to watch like funny videos. I like to work out. I like to go for walks. I like to go eat. I like eating. I gotta calm down on that. I like to go live. I like to talk to people. Um, I like to do things like that. So like internet, nature, communication, sports, stuff like that. Yeah. How do you get money? Being wise and intelligent will give you money. So when you change someone's life, like just say a streamer, Speed, he's all around the world and talking to people, and people don't understand why he's so confident. Why can't so and so, who's sitting in their house smoking cigarettes, wondering what life is, why can't they make money? But the person like Speed, who is just going out and about and being confident, why is he making so much money? Well, the reason is because he's confident, because he's doing it. So when you're working hard and you're intelligent and you're putting that into fruition and you're moving towards those goals, that's when you're going to get those results, you know? Why is so and so that's can only watching other people, why aren't they making as much money as so and so who is going live? Well, because the person that's going live is taking the action and putting themselves in a position where they're able to reach to people and also get gifts slash donations and network, etc. So it's like you put yourself there. You know, if you want money bad enough, you'll get money. No matter what that means. But I recommended do it in the best way possible. Right? Do it on something that you're proud of. You know, do it on something that gives you value, right? And that goes for everything. Not just money, just every action that you do. You know, your time. Spend your time wisely. Right? It is a straight answer though. Because the bottom line, the straightest answer you can get, well, you asked me how do I make money. I think that's very self-explanatory though. So you're asking more of like for an explanation more than you're asking how I make money, because you can see how I'm making money in front of your face. Stephanie, thank you for the heart puff. You know, the answer, the straightforward answer is too obvious to even just say, right? So I'm giving you an idea of what actually comes from behind it that makes that happen. So it's the most straight answer actually you can get. B to the J. Stephanie, thank you. Alright guys, I'm gonna take a little break because I have to go to the washroom, but I'm at 13%, so I might as well take a little break now. But I'll be back later because it's just gonna be me chilling tonight, so I got some company, so we can just chill and have some conversations. So I'll be back on later, have some soup, and carry on. Alright, love you guys. Thank you. Bye guys.